So now we have to create a Apache custom page, no sir, on Apache.
Yeah.
So we have to use command.
Right.
So,
That's right. Yeah.
it's showing this.
Okay. Maybe it.
Sir, Grishma, that one you have to enter the check configuration also, na? Sudo chk configure with HTTP. That one also you have to enter before this one.
No. That's fine. That's fine. This is different
Is
issue.
okay.
Yeah, this is different issue. It says, see what happened. Maybe you open something and
Yes, sir. I have opened the editor, sir. It's open. I have wrote something, but
maybe your connection
unfortunately, I
got
closed
lost.
this one, sir.
Got it. Yeah. So what you do is there will be one temporary file in this Lakshmi. Okay. You can see some options in the bottom. See E. Can you see that E edit
Yes, sir.
anyway?
Edit anyway. I have. Yes, sir. I have pressed on it to the editing, sir. I have pressed it inserted inside.
Do that one. Go ahead. You put some H1, not HTML.
Okay.
Close that. Correct.
Sir, when I want to write something, it's not going on.
No, can you type something?
Yes, sir. I'm typing, sir, but it's not
Oh, this is
getting
different.
on the screen, sir.
Yeah, I got the same problem, sir, for me also. But you didn't give the space, Lakshmi. I think H1
Yeah,
after
I
you
have
have to
given.
type in
Yeah.
immediately.
No. I have
Remove
given
that. Do one thing. Remove H1. Everything. Now type just.
At that time it was typing, sir. Before it was not typing. For me also the same problem I got.
No. Do one thing. You type it without H1 also. That's fine, right? Hello,
Okay,
AWS
sir.
EBS something. Yeah. Hello all. Yeah. Escape. Press escape.
It's
Done?
also escape also not working, sir. Okay,
It's working. It's not fitting in the screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Close that. That's
Yes.
it has to work.
Sir, now I can able to see the that hello in web in HTTP web server, sir.
Yes, it should be. Is it running? Is your server running?
Okay, sir. I will try, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's working, sir.
Now you can take AMI and do the stuff.
Sir, it means I am not need to.
Yeah, Lakshmi, tell me. Lakshmi, are you there?
Sir, everything gets fine, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you're done, right? Okay, fine. So that's Linux issue, correct? Linux issue. So one good thing I observe, you guys giving a try. That's very important. So give it a try. Some people, not some people, majority of us, what we do is we think it will not work and we won't start at all. Please try and fail. That's okay. It's nothing. You once you build an attitude of trying, right? Practicing DevOps, cloud, nothing. It's very simple. You don't have to do 1 year degree for this, right? 2 years degree for this or 4 years degree for this. If you sincerely practice every day, it becomes easy. It becomes your friend. If you don't practice, it becomes your enemy. Yeah, cool. So we got what is Amazon Machine Image and how it can be used, how to create. And what is copy? Like if you want to copy Amazon machine images to other regions, it can be done. It can be copied for cross accounts, correct? And that's the usage of AMI.
Sir, I have one query.
Yeah, Grishma.
Sir, we'll create AMI, right, sir, and we'll copy to other system also.
Required.
And yeah, required if required. If once we pass that to the other system, and if we delete in our own system the AMI, mean terminate, will it be work for other people?
No, correct.
Okay, it won't work. It should be into main system also, then only it will work. Right?
I guess it will not. Why? Because under its permissions only we added. We are deleting that itself, means it's also deleting permissions, I guess. But it can be quickly verified. Last time, to whom with I shared? Is it Sandeep?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Yeah.
Good morning.
So actually, last week when I was trying that, so unfortunately it got deleted. I mean terminated. Can you please check from your end?
Termination is fine, but your image should be there, right? Instance termination is okay. But whatever AMI I shared with you, that should be there. I mean, and one more thing, Grishma, these things are, you guys can check these things yourself. Why? Because it will drag our session. Okay, no problem. Anyways, you asked, let me finish it off. So I don't want to spend too much time on less important stuff. That's the point.
I have I have rechecked it. It's there.
It's there, right? One second. I think this is the one I shared with you, right?
Yes, correct. It's there.
This is the one. If I delete this one, now the question is, if I delete this one, like nothing but deregister, correct? Now you check that, Sandeep.
Yeah, one moment. Yeah, it's got deleted from my end also.
That's it. Because the source is from me, you just have a pointer.
Okay.
So that's the reason when the main object itself is deleted and pointers are pointing to something which doesn't exist.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, no worries. So are we good now? Are we good now? We all know what is Amazon machine image. So can we treat AMI as a backup? Yes, not. Okay, yeah, we can. That's perfect. That's perfect. Let me go to this. So we're good with what is EC2 instance, how to launch, how to stop, terminate, connect. And we're also good with spot, savings, all that. And we're also good with AMIs, Amazon machine images. So that's good. Now let's move on to EBS volumes. EBS volumes. We will see some demonstrations on EBS volumes as well. Okay, EBS volumes. So what is EBS volume and how to deal with that? It stands for Elastic Block Store. So Amazon follows its own naming conventions. EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, ECC. So there are two C's, that's why they're calling EC2, right? So Elastic Compute Cloud. So Elastic Block Store, Elastic Load Balancer, Elastic Beanstalk, Elastic Container Service. So Elastic Kubernetes Service. So most of the services in Amazon, it has this prefix Elastic. Not for everyone, not for every service, but most of the service prefix Elastic IP. Okay, Elastic file system, things like that. Okay, the idea is Elastic means we can resize them whenever we want. Can we resize EC2? Yes, of course, we can resize EC2. So let me put that before talking about Elastic Block Store. It's an interview question. How do you resize? How do you resize EC2 instance?
By instance type.
Yeah, first let me say resize means, right? See, what is resize first of all? Resize means changing its CPU memory. So instance type is T2 micro. Let's take any of this one randomly, any EC2. Its instance type is T2 micro. Means 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. Now I want to resize it. Means I want to increase, for example, I want to increase the size of my instance. I want to make 4 CPU or 6 CPU, 8 CPU. Is it possible? It is possible. Fine. This is T2 micro. So can I make it T3 medium? Of course, yes. Select that instance, go to actions, instance.
Sir, but it should be only T family, na sir?
It can be anything.
Okay.
I'm just randomly taking one instance.
Sir, is it worked for reserved instances also?
No, it can be anything, right? It can, see why reserved, again mapping to this. Reserved is type of a billing, correct?
Okay.
See, just a type of billing. It decides what's per hour charges for instance.
Sir, but in reserve we are fixing one instance, no sir.
What is that?
In reserve instances we are paying for one fixed instance we have chosen, no sir.
Then you didn't understand the reserved instance concept correctly, Lakshman. I kept saying this. Reserved is not an instance. Reserved is a template. Any instance matching that template comes under reserved billing, otherwise on-demand billing. So can this be reserved? Yes, if I have reservation matching this criteria. If the reservation is not there, then what it is actually?
On demand.
On demand. So first let me finish it, then we can ask questions.
Okay.
Even before finishing, we are struggling with questions. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah. So first let's finish what it is, how to do, then let's bring all questions. That's fine. Yeah. Let's randomly pick any instance. Go to actions, instance settings, right? Change instance type. So you said, is it only T2? Is it only, if you have waited for a while, you would have identified it could be anything. Even before asking that question, that would have been very clear the moment I did this. Yeah. So it is currently T2 micro. If I want that A1 medium, for example, of course, yeah, anything. I say apply. Okay, maybe it's problem with architecture. Okay. Okay. See, I'm able to C4 extra large. It is nothing to do with instance type, guys. Again, don't get confused. It failed. It failed because of architecture. There are different types of architecture, ARM, x86, something like that. There are different types of architecture. So only that is the problem. Otherwise, it works. So that is not, really don't think about it. The first point is, can we resize? Answer is yes. But how? Select the instance, go to settings, instance settings, select change instance type, choose your desired instance type, save it. But one thing to note, let me see, I did this on stopped instance. Let me try this on running instance. Actions, instance settings. See this, change instance type, it's disabled. What it tells us? It tells us instance must be stopped in order to change its type. See, this was stopped, change instance type, option is enabled. I will put this back to T2 micro. The default one, okay? Right, sleep. So when I try it on stopped instance, it's working, but when I try it on running instance, the option itself is not showing up. See this instance, change instance type is disabled. Why? The point is, yes, we can change instance types, but the instance must be in stop state while changing. Select instance, okay? Actions, instance settings, change instance type. Yeah, that's it. Now let's get into EBS, Elastic Block Store, and what it is. Right. We discussed EC2. EC2 is a virtual server in AWS cloud, and EC2 service or Amazon offers a variety of instance types like compute optimized, different sizes in compute optimized, memory optimized, storage optimized, GPU optimized, general purpose, and it offers different ways to purchase instances: spot, reserved, scheduled, dedicated host, on demand, that we discussed. Now we are discussing about its disk, its hard disk. Like if I want to run database in cloud, correct, I may take EC2 and I need a disk capacity for EC2. Like if I want to run database, let's say my database initial capacity is 50 GB. I will spin up my EC2 instance, let's say with 250 GB of disk. Later, if required, I can resize that also. Correct. Fine. But what is EBS? EBS is a block level storage. It is a hard disk for EC2 instance. It works only with EC2, guys. It's not an independent service. It works only with EC2. This is EC2. That's EBS. And remember, EBS is not a disk embedded in EC2. No, it's a separate component. It's a separate element. You can visualize this as an external hard disk for EC2. The design of EBS is, it's like external hard disk connected via a network. And the important point is disks are availability zone specific. Right. So EBS, it's a block level store. It's a disk, sir. It's a hard disk. If you have a laptop, it has hard disk. Right. So likewise, in cloud also, virtual machines will have hard disk because we are going to run applications, and applications may need space on the disk, like database. The moment we start adding data into database, it has to store data on disk. So it needs a hard disk. It's a computer, correct? Right. So EBS is an external component, okay, connected with network. See, in the diagram, it's very clear. It's not like your computer where inside computer, the hard disk is present. Here, it is not inside EC2. It is separate box. It's a separate stuff connected over network. Good. That's second point. And third point, the disk, right? EBS volume. Why I have mentioned availability zone, there is a reason for that. There's a reason for that. EBS volume is availability zone specific. Means a disk in a specific availability zone can be used by EC2 instance in same availability zone. Meaning, right? Let's say there's a disk in availability zone 1, EC2 instance in availability zone 2. Can we connect them? We can't, because they're in two different availability zones. Right. The flexibility in this design, if I delete EC2, I can still have my EBS. You got it? See, I'm deleting this guy. I'm terminating this guy. Can I retain this guy? Yes, of course. Why? Because it is not, see, if it is inside EC2, if I delete EC2, it also deletes EBS. EBS is not inside EC2, it is external component. So we got the flexibility. If this server crashes for some reasons, this can be retained and we can spin up new EC2 and attach it. Possible. So means EBS volume can be detached from an instance and can be attached to another instance present in same availability zone. EBS volume can be detached from an instance Got it? Right. Can we resize volumes? Of course. Volume, what is volume? Again, volume is a disk. EBS, volume, both are same. Yes, volumes can be resized. Like if there's a disk of 50 GB, we can make it 100 GB. If there's a disk of 200 GB, we can make it 250 GB. Of course, yes, but we can't downsize. We can only upsize, we can't downsize. Very important. This is interview question. Can we decrease the size of volume? Think about it logically. So if there is a disk with 500 GB of data, can I make the disk 30 GB? Then where 20 GB data should go, right? It is not possible. We can increase always, but we can't decrease. One second, there's a question in chat window. Guru asking, can we copy this EBS to another AZ? Yes, we can. Not directly, but you have to take a backup and copy. Yes, possible. Fine, let's see this one. When we see that, usually, when we come across EBS volumes, usually, we come across EBS volumes usually while launching EC2. Let's see it again. Launch instance. One second. Let me stop these two guys. Not needed. Leave it now. Yeah, fine. Let's do our job now. Launch instance. Name. Correct. Now you guys are very familiar with Amazon machine image. Correct. Good. So here you can, if you want your machine images, you click on this. Owned by me, shared with me, choose it. Or you can directly go to AMI tab, select and launch. That's also fine. So come down, instance types. We are very good. We have good understanding of instance types, right? And keep here also. Networking, leave it. We're not talking about networking now. We're talking about this guy, storage. So here, what is default storage it's giving? 8 GB. And like instance types, there are compute optimized, memory optimized, all that. For disk also, for ABS also, we have different disk types. Some disks are good for general purpose, some disks are good for mission critical, some likewise. There are different types of disks suitable for different types of workloads. So we will discuss that later, not now. I don't want to bring those things into discussion now and confuse you. Let's forget about that. So I'm talking about only what is EBS now and where we come across EBS. While launching EC2, we come across EBS. So this is default configuration. For the instance, for the AMI I'm choosing, this is default configuration. So if we are not okay with default configuration, we can change it. Let's say I want that to be 150 GB, make it 150 GB. So this is default. At least, right? One disk must be there. Otherwise, if I remove hard disk for my computer will not work. Correct. At least one disk must be there for EC2 instance, but however, you can have multiple volumes. Multiple volumes, yes, possible. Now in the diagram, I'm showing there is only one volume, but is it possible to add multiple volumes to EC2? Of course, yes, we can. But when we use it, hold on. But can we use it? Yes, we can use it. So here itself, you can say additional volume and choose the size and choose the type and launch it. Now, after launching, how many volumes are there for this instance? 2 volumes, 2 disks, I mean to say. 2 disks connected to EC2 instance. Don't worry about why 2 disks. Only worry about can we attach 2 disks, 3 disks. That's the point. The point is not why, where, no. This is one way of dealing with storage. So every EC2 comes with a default storage depending on its AMI configuration. So now after instance is launched, can we attach a storage? Of course. Like I want additional disk for this guy, for this instance. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Select, click on storage. It's listing out available disks, but there's only one. But I'm asking you, can I add one more? Of course, we can add one more. Like, see, go to volumes, create volume, choose type, choose size, choose availability zone. Is it important? How it is important? If you are creating this disk for a specific EC2 instance, and this disk also must be in same zone, right? Let me open EC2 in separate tab. If I want to attach my disk for Jenkins, for example, I want to attach to this server. I need to find in which zone the server is. Why? Because EBS volume also must be in same zone. How do I know which zone this is in? Scroll towards right. Where is it? AP South 1B. Correct. And what should be this one? If you want this instance, sorry, if you want this volume for this instance in 1B, what should be the AG of this one? 1B, obviously 1B. Encryptions will come to that later. And hit create volume. Let me create. We created a disk, but it is not attached. Nowhere I selected EC2 instance. No, we just created a disk. It's lying down in the account. See, it's in available state. Available means no instance is using it. Now select actions, attach. I want this for my Jenkins, right? Jenkins, disk name is auto-populated, leave it, click attach. Means the question is, can we attach additional volumes to EC2? Of course, yes. It can be done while launching. It also can be done after it is launched. So come back to this, do a refresh, select storage, and you see two entries. 8 GB, that's default one. 100 GB, the one we just created and attached, right? We can attach more than one volume for EC2 instance. Right. And I want to differentiate this. So when you work with EBS volumes, you'll find root volume and data volume. Root volume and data volume. Fine. Very simple. Root volume is a disk where operating system is installed. Like if it is Linux operating system is installed. If it is Windows operating system is installed. So root volume is a disk where operating system is installed. Okay. And data volume means we generally use two volumes. One is root volume. Let's dedicate root volume for operating system to function. We can use data volume, and we can use data volume for our applications. Meaning, if I want to set up a database on EC2 instance, we have RDS, leave it. But for the sake of understanding the concept, I want to install MySQL database on EC2 instance. The best way to do that is launch EC2 instance with root volume, let operating system use that disk, and attach additional volume, which is a data volume, right? Let that be used by our database. All right, so that's the best practice. That is called data volume here. Lakshmi asked me a question. Sir, how to delete the disk if we don't want that extra one? We'll come to that, not now. We can delete. It's easy. Right, correct. So this is fine now. Now let's talk about snapshots. EBS snapshots. So EBS snapshots are disk backups. Snapshots are disk backups, right? If we have database running on EC2 on its EBS volume, maybe we want to back up the disk every 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours based on the requirement in the project. And we call that a snapshot. So snapshot means a backup of a disk, single disk. I will show how to automate it later, but we can automate. So snapshots are EBS volume, better I'll keep it EBS volume backups. Yeah, we can automate volume backups, of course, right? And backups are stored in S3. I mean, snapshots. I will refer it snapshots, okay? Snapshots are stored in S3, simple storage service, which we will discuss in later part of the course. Even Amazon machine, they are templates. AMIs are templates, and that needs to be stored somewhere. So Amazon stores Amazon machine images in S3. Remember, S3 is a default storage for backups. It can be EC2 backup, which is Amazon machine image. It can be a specific disk backup, which is a snapshot. Right. And like Guru, you were asking a question, can we copy a volume from one region to another region? Sorry, one AZ to another AZ. Yes, it is possible. See, I said we can't copy volume directly. I can't copy a disk directly to another AZ, but there is a workaround for that. If you want a disk containing some data in availability zone 1, in availability zone 2, you can do this. Create snapshot. Copy snapshot to another AZ and restore from a snapshot. You got it, right? Copy snapshot and do a restore from a snapshot. So while restoring, you can choose a target AZ where you want this disk. After restore, there's a disk with the data. Questions, Guru?
Yes, sir, got it. I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
Can we scale up this EBS without downtime?
We'll come to that. We'll
Okay.
discuss in the topic where we see resizing all that.
Okay.
But yes, we can. Answer is yes, but we'll see in detail later.
Fine.
So I'll show you how to manually take a snapshot. So for example, I want to take a snapshot, means a backup of any of this disk randomly. Select the disk, actions, create snapshot. This can be automated. Yes. Okay. But I'm showing you how the snapshot, how to take a snapshot manually. Create snapshot. Very simple. See that. It says successfully created a snapshot ID. You can find it under EBS snapshots. That means node snapshot ID. It is 45C in the end, right? Snapshots. Yeah, this one. See that I gave a name, manual snapshot. It's taking a backup where this is stored in the background. S3. It is in pending state. It is in pending state. Right. And after snapshot is ready, like we copy, sorry, not like copy. After snapshot is ready, I'm sorry. You can select a snapshot. You can create a volume, right? See this. This option is disabled because it is in pending status. So after it finishes, it completes the snapshot creation, then we can launch volume. While launching volume, we can choose different AZ. So I will show it on other snapshot, which is in completed state. See here, create volume. While creating volume, see this one, you can choose any AZ. If your current disk is in 1A, you want this in 1B. From snapshot, while restoring, choose 1B. And once disk is restored, you can attach that disk to any instance in that zone and use it.
Can't we move this EBS to another region and another account also?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
It has similar options, permissions. We had similar options for Amazon Machine Image.
Okay.
Add account ID, like we did this exercise on Amazon Machine Image using Sandeep's account. Same thing.
Okay.
Share, and Sandeep can use that volume in his account, or anybody can do that.
Okay.
And the next important point here is,
Sir,
yes,
usually EBS snapshots will store in S3, right, sir? Automatically.
correct.
So can't we retrieve from S3 copy the snapshot instead of creating snapshot again?
No, retrieving from S3, how it makes a difference? I did not understand your point.
See here in third point, snapshots are stored in S3 while
The background,
creating
in the background.
in the background
See,
backup.
One second. See, I see entries under my snapshots. Okay, I see entries, but the actual backup is in S3. If I do a restore also, right, in the background, it comes from S3. Now, yeah, now proceed, continue with your question.
See, the fourth sentence is saying like copying a volume from one AZ to another AZ. Again, we are
I
creating
think,
snapshot manually.
I'm sorry, it's my mistake. It's not copy. Create a snapshot. Launch volume from snapshot. Choose AZ of your choice. That's my mistake. Create snapshot. From snapshot, launch a volume. Then choose AZ of your choice. See,
Okay, now my point is like already the snapshot is stored in S3, right, sir? Why we need to create again to do that? That is what we
We're
can
not
take from
creating-
S3, right?
no, Grishma, what we are doing, are we creating a snapshot again or we are creating a volume?
We are creating volume, but first we need to we have done like manual snapshot creation only, right? Then only we
One
have created
second. I
volume.
got your point. What is there in S3? Snapshot or a volume?
Snapshot volumes of a snapshot only, right?
No, they are different, correct? Snapshot is a backup. Snapshot is just a backup. Volume is a volume which is in use in your EC2 instance, right?
Oh, yeah.
The disk. So you must know the difference there. Snapshot is just a backup. See, for example, I have a database. Forget about all these things. I have Oracle database.
Okay.
I take a backup. What is that? It's some
like-
tar file. It's some tar file or it's some format which has data.
Okay.
So can I use it directly without restoring?
No, we need to unzip it. Undo
Sure.
that.
Correct. Likewise, we have a volume. We took a backup. Backup sits in S3. Let's say we lost our disk. What we do now? Why we take backups? In case of failures, let's say we lost our disk. In such cases, we can restore data from a backup. That's the idea of backing up.
Yes.
Now, we took a backup here, snapshot. Snapshot is a backup of EBS that is sitting in some X location. Let it be S3, anything. We don't care about it. It's a backup. Okay. Can I directly point my backup to EC2? No, we need to restore it. Restoring means creating a volume from that backup.
Sir, restoring point I understood. What I didn't understand is like already that snapshot is stored in S3, right, sir? From S3, why we can't we take? I am asking.
That is what we are doing, right?
But again, here only we have created this manual snapshot creation.
One second, Grishma, you're confusing me, others, everyone. But hold on, I will draw the picture. You'll understand it. This is your disk.
Yes.
We created a snapshot. Where is it going?
Yes, 3.
This is backup, not disk.
Yes.
Now we lost this disk.
Yeah.
Let's say. Now how you get this disk? Tell me.
Yeah, we need to take it back. How that? What I am
Take
asking.
it back means, will you take it as it is or you restore a volume from it?
We need to restore a volume.
That's what we are doing, right?
Oh, okay.
That's what we are doing, correct? So we are restoring. Restoring means create volume from snapshot.
Okay. Okay.
We are creating a volume from snapshot. I can't directly take snapshot as it is and use it.
Okay.
That is not in a disk format.
Okay.
So when I create a volume from the snapshot, it becomes a disk again.
Okay.
Now EC2 can use it.
Okay.
Fine, sir. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we see this backup in S3?
Come again?
Can we see this snapshot or backup in S3?
We can't see, Guru, because it is internal.
Okay.
So it is managed by Amazon, and we don't know which S3 bucket AWS keeps that backup. So only what we have control is the entries we can see here. That's it.
Okay.
We can see metadata of it, but in the background, it is on still S3. Which S3 we don't know. Amazon will not show that to us.
Sir, depends upon the instances, the backup will maintain or what, sir?
Can you please complete that question? Depending on instance backup.
Instances, which type of instance we are using, like that only their backup will maintain, or how
It's
many?
very simple. Why? See, very simple. We are missing the logic, I believe. If there is a server, I want to take a backup. Backup is required for any type of server. It's a very common sense. So why it will be again mapped with type of instance, all that? Simple logic. I'm a customer. I'm using compute optimized. I want a backup. Will Amazon say, no, we will not provide for compute optimized? You are a customer using general purpose and you need a backup. Will Amazon say you, no, you can't do because you're using general purpose? No, right? Let's not complicate the subject, please. So if there are conditions, like we can do it only for compute optimized, I will mention that explicitly, don't worry. If I say backup and I'm not giving any conditions, it is applicable for any any EBS volume here. So backup means backup, no matter what type of disk it is. It must support backup. If Amazon says, no, this is not possible, then who will use Amazon? No one will like Amazon. Amazon should give the flexibility, correct? So we need to think subject in little bit common sense way. Please do that. Otherwise, everything will be a confusion. Yeah, no problems. Right. So the backup, you got it now. Take a volume, any volume. Take a volume, you can create a backup. See, take any volume, go to actions, create snapshot. No matter what is its type, to which instance it is, nothing. We can take a backup. Very simple. And where it is stored in the background, S3 bucket. And if you need them in case of failures or in case of some other use cases like copying a disk from one AZ to another AZ or one region to another region, then you need a snapshot. So you go to snapshot, that's specific or latest snapshot, right? You do volume, create volume means restoring. We can't use snapshot directly in EC2. Snapshot needs to be restored as a disk. That disk will contain the data which is present in snapshot, correct? And then mount it onto your EC2, use it. And can we copy this to other regions? I said we can use it in different AZs via snapshots. But if I want this disk in a different region, I'm in Mumbai, I want this disk, disk means data also, not just disk, correct? Data also. So in a different region, of course, 1 second, I'm sorry. Select the snapshot, any snapshot, action, copy, and choose any region of your choice. Copy that. Once copied, go to that location. You'll find this snapshot, select, create volume from it. It creates a volume from it. So can I share this with other AWS accounts? Of course. Can I make it public? Of course. Because nowadays multi-account pattern is common. Single customer uses multiple accounts, okay? Development separate account, staging separate account, production separate account. In such cases, right, sometimes we may need volumes, we may need instances in one AWS account to be migrated to another AWS accounts. We may need to migrate disks via snapshots. We may need to migrate EC2 instances via Amazon Machine Images. All that is possible. So tomorrow I will talk about encryption. That's important subject for interviews. See this, disk encryption. Right now, it's not encrypted. Tomorrow we'll see what is that, why it is important, how to encrypt and all that.
Sir, one query.
Yes, please.
Sir, we will, how do we know when we need to increase our EBS volume size? Is it affect any performance issue or something? See, suppose first we take 8 GB RAM or something while creating, and
No, I
8
got your
GB
point.
is getting
See,
over. Yeah.
once, let's keep the question simple. Your question is, when do we know how to resize a volume? It's very straightforward answer. If your disk is full, what you do now?
Yeah, that is what, when, how come we come to know our disk is going to full?
We will see.
Okay.
We'll see. That is a purely Linux thing. You can configure monitoring for your EC2, which will monitor the disk usage.
Okay.
Like in the monitoring, if let's say 80% full, 90% full, we can get alerts.
Okay.
When we get alerts, now we need to take action on it.
Okay.
That's your first question. Answer. What is your next question?
That is only, sir. When then depends on that monitoring, then we can able to resize the volume capacity, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Fine. Thank you, and see you guys tomorrow.